Hello everybody, it's Douglas Block. It is Sunday. It is April 8th, 1 week after Easter, which I wasn't here on. By the way, do you know that Easter was on April 1st? That's April Fool's Day. I've never remembered that as long as I've been alive. I've been around for a while. Sure enough, I checked the records and it hadn't been, since 1956 was the last time that Easter was on April Fool's Day. So there you have it. No one's watching right now to get that fact, but it should be there. Go look up in the books, at least, yeah. So April Fool's Day, Easter, April 1st, 1956, April 1st, 2015. What is that? 44, 15, 59 years it had been. Anyway, here we are today. It's kind of a gloomy day in Oregon. We had a day on Friday, when it was 68 degrees, sunny, 70 in Salem. Oh my God. Did we all go on bike rides that day? Yeah. But then we had a high wind storm yesterday with 1.14 inches of rain and 50-mile-an-hour winds. Now it's kind of calming down. Anyway, Linda Stokes. Hey, I just was noticing that you were a patron. I was going through my patrons on patreon.com. By the way, here it is for the listeners who don't know what I'm talking about. And your name came up as someone who pledged. Thank you, Linda. Could you remind me where you live? Oh, Oji, yes, another pledger. I was hospitalized for almost a month this March. Wow. Your mania became too much. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you back down again? And what mood stabilizer or mood stabilizers are you taking? Yes, yes, what, Linda Stokes? Are you in, what country are you in? I think you're in England, but I don't know. Hello, I'm Greg. Hey, and I've been giving out your Telegram information. I got a guy in Denmark who just went into a relapse. Hey, maybe he's watching. Hey, Lars. Anyway, I tell them to join your support group. Can people get on Telegram and hang out with you guys, even if they're 6 hours away from the East Coast in Denmark? Swiss Heart, my God, another contributor. All the Patreon folks are showing up. Yes, nice to see you. No, I love your comments on some of my videos, Swiss Heart. Well, what are we going to do? My YouTube viewership has dropped a little bit because I didn't gave myself a day off on Monday. I need to do some taxes, but tomorrow I'm doing one of my Back from the Brink series. A woman named Carolyn went into a bad depression and cured herself completely holistically without medication. Big Bretsky, haven't heard from you before. You're in England. Your videos got me through hell. Well, great. Well, guess what? If you send me your email address, I'll send you a free ebook for this, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop. This is the memoir I wrote when I came out of my 96, 97 depressions. I'm more proud of this book than anything else. So, yeah. Just send me an email to douglasblock@gmail.com. I'll send you a free copy of the PDF. Oh, of course, Linda Stokes. Of course you're from Alabama. How can I remember that? Well, the A in Linda stands for Alabama. The power of the internet, of course, says Greg. Well, even a 6-hour different. So, Oh, Big Bretsky, I got you through hell. So, Big Bretsky, send me an email. I'd love to share my my book with you. Seriously, I want to hear from you, Big Bretsky. Sisyphus wins. All right, Chicago. Hope you're having some decent weather. I love Sisyphus Wins because even though he keeps having to roll up the stone that comes down, he rolls up the stone that comes down. But he always seems to keep on going. Nothing stops him. He does not get discouraged. Yeah, Bedbretsky, email me at douglasblog@gmail.com. It's right there. All right, Pearly Brando. Hey, you had to postpone your wedding until May because you were going through a dip. How are you feeling now? Perla? And there you are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I believe. And how about Danielle Kate? Where is she when we need her? She's doing some good work with working with people in assisted living facilities. May and Tara the cat. Danielle texts me every now and then with updates, but she's a big support to you, Perla, and vice versa. Give her a buzz. You know her number. All about people supporting people. Anyway, please ask your questions. We're here to talk about mental health recovery, depression recovery, and I didn't even bring my joke book. Right here, topic notes and jokes. Well, there you have it. Well, I'll tell you one that I probably told you on Wednesday, but all right. I want to recommend your video, How to Stop Ruminating. Okay, Swissheart. Yes, I was ruminating when I made that video, by the way. It was right before I went to the hospital. But yes, it's a good video. It's actually my most popular video. So, there's a really strict guy, a father, religious, maybe fundamentalist. Anyway, he raised his child with 3 prescriptions. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't gamble. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't gamble. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't gamble. Over and over again until the son was sick of it. Finally, he left home, got his independence. One day he calls his father and says, Dad, I have some news for you. I know you told me not to do this, but I gambled. Father says, what? Yes, he says. The son says, I gambled and I played the lottery. But you know what? I won the lottery, $38 million. And the first thing I'm going to do before I spend a single cent is I'm going to buy a new home and a new car for you. What do you think of that? Father pauses and says, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I love that joke. All right. I've been bad. My husband been making my makeup room. I've been numb, no feelings. Well, Perla, what about going to your counselor? I mean, there must be something you can do about that. That sounds like a depression. Talk it over. Maybe you should get back on medication. Swissheart liked the joke. They say I'm going through an MDE. Okay, what is MDE? Someone tell me what that is. Perla, you'll need to transfer for me. I don't know what MDE, major depressive? No. MD might be major depressive. I don't know what the E stands for. Episode? Am I right, Pearly Banner? Are you going through a major depressive episode? If so, I'm really sorry. Yeah, here it is. When going through hell, don't stop. I just did a video on overcoming relapse. You just gotta take out your tools, your recovery tools. Reach out for help. T-Mac, do you watch your own videos when you go through a funk? That's I probably should. What a great idea. When I was going through my depressive episode 96, 97, I'd written a book called Words That Heal with affirmations. And one of my friends said, Doug, read your book. Well, I read my book, Words That Heal. It didn't help. I was too depressed. When your brain gets so bad, nothing seems to cheer you up. But you're right. My videos do have some good advice. I'll check them out. Hello, everybody. Rasmus A., who now lives in Estonia, I believe. David Starkweather from, I believe it's Connecticut. Joke, ever notice how snakes don't have any arms? It's the reason they don't wear vests. Okay. Don't quite get that about snakes, but maybe you'll have to explain that to me. Of course, why didn't the lifeguard save the drowning hippie? The hippie was too far out, man. Oh my goodness, did I say that? Oh, why was the scarecrow a successful neurosurgeon? Well, he was outstanding in his field. Don't you love puns? All right, let's hear some good questions about mental health recovery. We're not sitting here around for our own health, right? We are sitting around for health. Let's get healthy. So this man in Denmark who I've been coaching, he fell into relapse, and I said to him, you got to do what I recommend in my video. Remember the 3 rules for overcoming relapse? 1, don't panic. You've been here before, you can get out again. 2, go into your recovery toolbox and use those tools that are listed in my, I need to get a color copy of this and print it out so I can show you guys in color what this thing is. Here we are. Oh, you can't see it because of 5 areas of therapeutic self-care. You probably can't see it because of the light. Oh well. But you see that wheel with those 5 things? I can send you that wheel if you email me. But anyway, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, lifestyle habits, spiritual, all those different areas. Pick and choose coping strategies from each of those 5 areas. Start using them. And 3, tell yourself this too shall pass. It's pure, I just don't get it. Well, yes, you can explain to me, David Starwer. I've been known to be dense. It's the reason I don't wear vests. Well, I still don't get it. But anyway, the funny part is that snakes don't care about vests. Anyway, oh yes, okay. So it's hard. I suggested a video about coming home from the hospital and some tools to enter your world, community, etc. Well, didn't I make a video on that? Swiss Heart. I went ahead and made 3 videos. One was should you go into a psychiatric hospital? Then the second was life in the hospital, and then the third was transitioning out of the hospital or life after the hospital. So I actually did watch a video about coming out of the hospital. The Beard King, have we heard from you? Do you think social media creates depression? Seeing other people's amazing lives. Keep up the great videos. The Beard King is psychic, everybody. The Beard King is psychic. You should become a predictor of the future, because that's the video script I'm working on right after today, later on Sunday, when I get off this chat. I'm going to publish a video next week called, Is There Such a Thing as Facebook Depression? To answer your question, yes, the Beard King. Many of my clients who are in their 20s, early and middle 20s, tell me that they get depressed watching Facebook, going on Facebook, because all these people have uber successful lives and they don't. They just feel like complete losers. So why don't you email me and tell me some of your experience. I'm still collecting people's experiences about that. So here, douglasblock@gmail.com. Wow, Daniel Pate, a new avatar. I just told Pearlie Bond that she should call you because of the fact that she's going through a difficult time. Yeah, I love your avatar. Yeah, you'll look for it, Swiss Heart. I'm not quite sure what you were going to look for, but oh, the video I made right about coming out of the hospital. At any rate, so yes, the Beard King. Go ahead and email me your experience about social media and depression. I'll give you a plug in the video if you want me to. But if I use any of your material, I will go ahead and again send you a free copy of my ebook. Okay, douglasblog@gmail.com. I don't know why that didn't go through. How's it going, Daniel? How's your life in working with the elderly? Seems like you're a great help to them. Okay, let's try this. Oh, I see. I just didn't go to the bottom of the thing. It did come. Sorry about that. I repeated myself. Everybody in Facebook is so happy and we are so depressed. Yes, it's just a front, however. I was just about to ask the same question as Beard King. Zane844, I haven't seen you before. I avoid social media just for this reason. Well, smart move. Hey, Twisted Sister. Are you a patron? I think you are. Beard King, thank you. Ha ha ha. Yes, Doug. Well, 1JE24 with his bad puns is back on the air. Nice to see you guys. Takes you a while to recognize me. We're only 12 minutes into the hour. Wow, we got 48 minutes of jokes, of bad jokes, and of answering all your questions on mental health recovery. But yes, the idea of going on social media and looking at other people, I have a video that's very, very popular. You are here. Yes, I can see you. Have you been in touch with your friend David Seaman? He cares about you. What? So I have a video I want you all to watch, especially you guys, you guys who came on and asked about social media. It's called What Happens When You Compare Self to Others. Okay, check out that video. Craig Smith, thanks for ignoring my question. I copy and paste my question again. When would you consider changing a therapist? When you feel like you've run the end of your course? And okay, do you think going to the gym, working out is a good idea when you feel unmotivated? Mentally tired, thanks. I didn't need to ignore your question, Craig. I was too busy typing. Yes, you're absolutely right. Craig, you should go to the gym even when you feel you're tired, because when you work out, you actually feel more energy afterwards than when you start. It's a paradox. But putting out energy gives you energy. So yes, I hope that answered your question. My apologies not getting to it right away. Yes, how do you drive your self-esteem while you're unable to work or write? I didn't. I have a whole book. Oh, so someone give a $9.99? That would be wonderful if that's the case. That might have even been Daniel Cate. Anyway, the Big Gretzky, I wrote about it in my book called The Challenge of Being a Nobody. My self-esteem plummeted. I met a woman at a party who'd gone to college like me, but she is now working, she graduated from Harvard, is working at the University of Portland as a professor, something I always wanted to be. My self-esteem went in the toilet, absolutely. So Rasmus, I would consider changing a therapist when you feel stuck and you're not getting any more help from the therapist you have. Like you're just saying the same old thing and nothing's getting any better. But talk about it with your therapist. Say, hey, therapist, I think we're stuck here. Can we change it up? Can we do something different? Don't just abandon the therapist. Talk about the problems you're having. If you can't get them resolved, then you can change the therapist. So, Craig, I hope I answered your question. Thank you, Danielle, for your generous donation of $9.99. What a mensch. What's the degree in? Yes, thank you so much for responding. I truly appreciate it. Have a great day. Yes, Craig. Please ask any other questions if you want to email me. If you have a question you want to email me, just send it to douglasblog@gmail.com. And by the way, Danielle donated to me because she hit the super chat button right down there in the lower left-hand corner, a little $sign. They only let you do 0.99, so you can do $1.99, $2.99, $8.99, $9.99, $99.99. Anyway, yes, thank you guys for donating. I want some jokes, 1J24, even the ones that are bad. I like. I did your one about I died a little inside when I swallowed food coloring. I told that one. Oh, you weren't defensive. You were just were a little bit irritated, Craig Smith, because I didn't get to you. Psychology and child development, Daniel says about her degree. Mark Calloway, how's it going? Miss talking to you. I got your message. I assumed you were going to talk to me later today. Feel free to call me after the live chat is over, Mark Calloway. Mustav UV, nice to see you again. Zane 884, what's the most frightening weird physical you've ever experienced with anxiety? Pacing back and forth and hitting myself in the head like that. That was the most frightening thing I ever had happen to me. I couldn't stop it. It was uncontrollable. That was called agitated depression coming from anesthesia, coming from a bad reaction to drug. By the way, alert. New York Times article, front page, New York Times Magazine. People who are taking antidepressants are finding it hard to get off. I'm making a video on it this week. More and more people are taking antidepressants all over the world, and they can't stop. I haven't read the article yet, but oh my goodness, this is major breaking news. New York Times Magazine. I want you all to read it. I wish I could post the link here. If I had thought ahead of time, I would have posted the link. Anyway, Lebanon again. How are you? Oh my God! All the regulars are coming. David Scott. It's hard to become a prof, especially tenure. Very competitive. You're absolutely right, David Starkweather. It would have been tough. Craig Smith, okay, you can email me if you have any questions. Rosman, I've been going to therapist for 16 months, not seeing any improvement. I was not suicidal when we started, but I've been suicidal since December. Not sure what to do. Well, tell your therapist, you need some other help. Try somebody else. Kyla Debuk, yes, if you want to deal with intrusive OCD thoughts, there's a medication that always seems to help. And it's called Luvox, and it's used for OCD. I'd recommend that. I'd also recommend a book called Brain Lock. Looking for a new patron subscriber today. A number of you already been on there. David, you haven't subscribed, become a Patreon member yet. New York Times about 20 years behind the curve. Well, better late than never, David Starkweather. Living on number one. Yeah, it's true. It's hard getting off antidepressants, especially Paxil. Yeah, Paxil's the toughest of them all. Living on one. It has really, you get electric shocks and all sorts of stuff. Arcade Cup, your dollar showed up. I didn't mean to not acknowledge you. Thank you so much. That's very funny, 1J, about cosmetic therapy. I only developed panic disorder after I realized that Rudy was worth nothing. That's not right, Daniel. You could have gone to graduate school. Anyway, Kia Devik, did that help my answer about Luvox and Brain Lock, the book? A lot of good information on OCD. Anyway, yeah. Arcade Cup, your dollar did show up. Thank you. And I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge it immediately. All right. Any new jokes? I got to get my joke book back. There it is. It's over there. Oh, well. A doctor told a patient that the patient had only 6 weeks to live, 6 months to live. The patient says, well, I can't pay your fee. The doctor says, okay, I'll give you another 6 months. That was funny. What happened to your child? I tried to call you. I didn't get the call 1J24. Didn't you try calling me on Super Chat? It never rang. So Jacob, try it again after we're done here, okay? Call me on my phone number on using not Super Chat, WhatsApp. Call me on WhatsApp. It should ring, really. I just got a call on WhatsApp with my client this morning, or try using FaceTime if you have an iPhone. So 1G24, do you have an iPhone? Yeah, do you have an iPhone? Danielle, no graduate school. I prefer student loan payment of under $300 in one size of a mortgage. Well, I guess so. That's too bad. When I was going to school, graduate schools were much cheaper. The most expensive undergraduate school in the country was University of Rochester, $4,200 for a whole year back in 1967. Can you believe it? Harvard was $4,100. Now it's $56,000. How can people afford to send their kids to college? Something is wrong. Yes, do you have an iPhone 1J24? Yes. If you do, call me on FaceTime. That always works. What do you think about depression caused by loss of control? I did a video, Anthony, called "Is Society Making You Depressed?" And it talks about how people who don't have a sense of control at their job tend to get more depressed because the job doesn't give them autonomy. So if you mean that, if you mean you can't determine your own future, yes, that leads to depression. What can be a good alternative to medication when the person doesn't have the power to do things that make changes? Recent months has been very hard. Well, there were two things in America we have. One is called transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS, and the other is called electroconvulsive therapy. These are for treatment-resistant depression. So, if you have those, you can try them. But I don't really know if in Estonia they have these things. But are most graduate programs a waste of time now? I wouldn't be so sure, David. That's a kind of a strong opinion. Come on. I know a lot of really good social workers who got their MSWs. I know a lot of good lawyers. I know a lot of people went to graduate programs. I'm surrounded by them. You'll send me more money next time. Well, did you send any this time? 1G20 more? I didn't even notice you sent me any. But anyway, but why don't you call me on FaceTime if you've got an iPhone, or try WhatsApp again. Oh, right. You're talking about Patreon. Yes. Again, for those of you who haven't subscribed, hint, hint, for as little as $2 a month, and that's not very much, you can become a patron of mine and help. We have 75 videos, patrons. We're trying to get to 100. So 25 more patrons will reach 100 patrons. That's my goal. So maybe you can help that out. All right, more questions. So the video on Monday is about a woman named Carolyn who was down in the dumps, suicide in her family, mental illness in her family, but the past is not the future. The past is not the future. I just basically, one of you guys recommended an Australian psychologist named Claire Weeks, who no longer is with us, has done a lot of stuff on anxiety. And she says no matter how bad or how long you've had anxiety, you can get well just as well as someone who's only had it for 2 weeks. So she, like me, believes in the healing power and the resiliency of human beings. What if I call you for this live chat? 1 minute of puns. You're very funny. 1J24. Hello, Asher Fairbanks, my favorite depression student. Nice to see you. Have you talked to your partner this week? Dave, but I said most. Yeah, okay. You're right. People do go for the wrong reasons. Oh, today's Greek Easter, and I really can't stand Greek Easter. Well, Danielle, you don't have to participate. How long can a depression breakthrough last? Years, and months, or days? What do you mean by depression breakthrough? I mean, you can get over depression. I had 19 years in between depression, so is that what you're referring to? Is a breakthrough meaning coming out of it, a remission of symptoms? Oh, I only feel like it when it falls on the same. But why would you go to Greek Easter anyway? Are you Greek? I'm not quite sure what that question's about. So yeah, I'm doing well, Asher. Looking forward to group tomorrow. We will have a new member. A former member of the group is coming back to rejoin us. That's how she misses us. Um, yeah, well, a remission can last many years. So rather than say it stands for trans. Oops, Daisy, have to go in the right place here. Transcranial, MAGNETISTIMULA. Hey, that's what it stands for. By the way, Daniel, Kate, do you have any words of advice for Pearlie Bonner, who still feels numb and depressed and is having a hard time getting ready for her wedding? Her husband has to do her makeup videos for her. Why don't you reach out to her? All right. Would you be cautious pairing an antipsychotic with an antidepressant for OCD? I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't prescribe drugs. I would take Luvox instead. I think it's a better drug than antipsychotic. But no, people take antipsychotics and antidepressants all the time, Kia. So I don't think there's a big danger. Of course, the person who should be telling you this is your doctor, not me. I'm not going to prescribe over the internet, obviously, but people do take antipsychotic and antidepressants at the same time. It happens all the time. But again, talk to your doctor. You're mostly Greek. I see. That's why you want to, and you look a little bit Greek. Big Gretzky, I like Claire's help for your nerves. And how was it, Big Gretzky? She's got a lovely voice. She seems like a nice, charming old lady. You've talked to your partner, Eric, Tracy, and Kelly. Eric seems to be doing well after some medication. Yes, he finally got enough balls to do his Klonopin. We've been in touch. He's up in Olympia. Thank goodness. Hey, Perla, give a call to Danielle. She's right here on the live chat. Is it normal to feel too numb, to feel not all sad, not make nothing worse? Seems like everything, there's no point in life. I wake up every day saying more, one day to go. Well, yeah, I mean, being numb, is that depersonalization? I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it's a symptom of depression, but the feeling of waking up and there's no point in going on, that's depression. You got to go see your doctor. I still think an antidepressant is worth a try, or go at least to your psychologist. You're definitely in a major depressive episode. Yeah, Daniel, you hook up with Perla. Give her some good, what's the word, encouragement, some moral support. Yes, jokes are a part of my recovery, says 1J24 here. Yeah, I mean, humor, I'm going to do a video on the healing power of humor. Absolutely right. How is Klonopin different from Valium? Klonopin is more long-lasting. They're both anti-anxiety drugs. Klonopin is much more modern. Valium was from the 50s, and I've never really taken it, but Klonopin is more long-acting, and people don't really prescribe Valium anymore. Yes, do you take medicine, Perla? By the way, time for a little book break. For those of you who want to order this, like Perla, here's my book, Healing from Depression, Body, Mind, Spirit Recovery Program. Everything I know about depression is in this book, and I put my heart and soul into it. So it's on Amazon.com. I have an Instagram account, and you guys want to follow me? I'm starting to put the depression recovery pictures. So this is my Instagram name. I don't know if any of you even get into Instagram, but it's popular for a lot of people. So it's Douglas.bloch. So if you want to follow me, and you can also find me on Facebook. Pearlie Bonner says she's been not doing any meds, but she's allergic to antidepressants. All of them? All right, 1J, I'll follow you. Tell me what your Instagram name is. No problem. Can I be part of the humor video? Sure, absolutely. We'll have you as a guest appearance. 1JE. Let's talk on the phone first so I can hear what your voice sounds like. Really great though. So what does Bretsky, Big Bretsky say? I don't even know what you're following up on. Sorry. All right. Oh yeah, you're talking about Claire's book. Yeah, well, good. I hear it's a good thing. Um, I follow you on Instagram, says Kate. Well, yeah, that's right. I just remembered. Thank you. So really great, though. Okay, good. I'm glad, Bid Bresky, I really like. I'm glad you like Claire Weeks. She seems like a lovely lady. Sisyphus wins. Uh, did people back in the day get as depressed as frequently as we do in modern era? My mom had a very difficult trying to growing up in Korea, but she's always been just stoic. Well, that's what they teach you in Korea, Sisyphus wins, which is not a good thing, by the way. But I know the New York Times article today talks about more people than ever taking antidepressants. Uh, talks about nervous breakdowns a lot, which I believe isn't recognized. Well, it used to be nervous breakdown. Big Bresky was recognized when I was growing up. There was a very famous song by the Rolling Stones called "My 19th Nervous Breakdown." So yes, but it's gone out of fashion. Pearly Bottom says I took 3 medications that sent me to the hospital. Can't breathe. Wow. Try some of the older tricyclics, like you followed me back on Instagram, Edgy24. Thank you. All right, I guess I did. So Perla, try something like, well, go to your doctor, but try something like Elavil. Ask for one of the older drugs, and see what. Okay, hold on. It's Elavil. Let's do amitriptyline. Okay, Amitriptyline. Ask your doctor about amitriptyline. Something grinding coffee. Yes, that's my wife. Thank you. Found a therapist who practices EMDR. I wonder if that is going to be helpful. Yes, EMDR is a wonderful thing. One of my clients has started doing EMDR. I can already see improvements. Whoop. Actually, Arcade Cup, it's somebody making a smoothie. That's what that noise is. Sorry about that. It'll be gone away. Oh yeah, yay for the Bruce. Okay, so Bruce has now got a new perch. I can only find my, here it is. So Bruce found a new place to sit. Yes, he loves to sit on the. It'll be hard for you to see this. I know if. Damn it! Hold on. What happened? Come on. Ugh. I'm looking for Bruce, guys. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a Bruce is sitting on the couch and he's looking at a bird. Can you see the bird? He's looking right at it. That's what he does now. I have a bird feeder outside my front picture window, and he sits there every day looking at the birds getting fed. Amazing. Yes, Bruce is opening up a can of tuna. David Starkweather. Kyle. Kia, is that your name? Are the stories true? Have you heard of antidepressants causing psychotic episodes? Mania. They cause mania. Hi, Doug. Mike Bordner. Wow. Did I send you your homework yet? I think I did, didn't I? If not, let me know. That's a good question. Douglas got Bruce doing DIY. I didn't know what DIY means, Tristan Silva. So Kyla, you can become manic if you're bipolar and you take antidepressant. You can become manic, which sometimes leads to psychosis. His Grace is Love, another Patreon person. Hey, Doug, just recently found out the root cause of my depression, headaches, and chronic pain, a rare neurological disease. Wow. Chiari malformation, brain MRI found it? No kidding. Wow. Bruce is still on cat flaps. Dropped you an email, looking forward to your reply and input. Thank you, Beard King. Here's a funny thing. Another minister joke. I listen to too much Joel Osteen. So minister gives a really elaborate sermon. At the end, a man comes up to him and says, Southern man, hey, minister, that was a damn fine sermon, a damn good sermon. Minister says, well, I appreciate your kindness, sir, but we don't use language like that in the house of the Lord. The guy, the customer says, or the parishioner says, in fact, That was such a damn fine service. I left you a check for $3,500 in the collection plate. The minister says, no shit. Oh, wait, so much for the house of the Lord. Anyway, I thought that was very cute. All right, Beard King, I'll look forward to your email. So, Mike, how's it going? Are you looking forward to going back to the IOP program on Monday? And how has your weekend been? That's right, Mike, I gave you an assignment. Have fun this weekend. Have you gone outside and taken a walk with your lovely wife? Huh. Kate says, I entered psychosis coming off antipsychotics. It's not unusual. Wow, I didn't think that could happen. I didn't think that ending or leaving antipsychotics could cause you any sort of psychosis. That's unusual. Welcome to OCD, the musical starring in order of height. Okay. Thank you, 1JE. Have you been taking antidepressants for a long time? Rasmus A. asked David Starkweather. His Grace's Love, why don't you go ahead and send me an email about that formation? I want to learn more of it. Maybe some of my clients have it. Jorgen Hansen, I don't think I'm sure you're probably from Sweden or something. Anyway, here's douglasblog@gmail.com. Send me the name of that problem you discovered. Good evening, Jordan. You must be in Sweden. I think it's about, what is 9 and what are we at here? 12, there must be about 9:40 p.m. 9:40 p.m. in Sweden, am I right? Denmark, hey, that's where this, I just spoke to someone in Denmark named Lars. I should put you in touch with him. He's going through an episode. Would you like to reach out to somebody in Denmark who's going through some tough times? I really believe in connecting people with each other. So, Jorgen, if you would like to reach out to a person named Lars, who I've been coaching for a couple of years, who's going through a hard time, will you please email me and I'll put you in touch with him? That would be what we call in Yiddish, that would be called being a mensch, being a person. You would be doing a mitzvah, a good deed, if you were able to go ahead and do that and send me an email and connect with Lars over in Denmark. It's important for people to connect with each other. Social support, I think, is probably the most important aspect of depression recovery after setting the intention to heal. Well, it's your call, Jorgen. You don't have to reach out. It's only if you feel inspired to. It's very common for my research, especially been on antipsychotics for years. Be careful, people. Okay. I didn't know that going off them could stimulate a psychotic episode. Very interesting. All right. So, here in Portland, we're coming up to something called the NAMI Walk for the Cure, National Alliance on Mental Illness. So those of you who live in the United States, I suggest you go to NAMI. Here, I'll do it right here. www.nami.org and see if they have something in your area for a walk, for mental health. It's very important. Why is history like a fruitcake? It's full of dates. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's NAMI, NAMI.org. That's the website right there. Douglas, if you could pick any career, money is out of the factor, what would it be? I'd like to have a dog rescue farm. I would be doing exactly what I'm doing, making videos, writing books, and running groups on mental health recovery. That's my dharma. Oh my God. Something got in my nose, guys. I apologize. So I hope that answers your question. Agreed. Social contact is the best antidepressant. It took my years to understand that. Good people that you like and respect. 2 key words there, like and respect. All right. Well, I've got a number of those. When I was in the hospital, 27 people visited me. The nurse said it was a record. So I do not underestimate or undervalue all the support I have. So thank you all for your support who did so when I was down and out. So what else can I say? I want to talk about worry. A lot of people who are depressed and anxious worry too much. And The problem with worry is it's about the neocortex's ability to see things in the future that have not happened, and oftentimes they're not going to happen. And so worrying, you get all worked up for something that probably is not going to happen. You got to train your mind not to do that. I'm glad you like and respect me, Kate. Thank you. All right, Mike Bordner, got my homework when we spoke. Thanks. Unfortunately, Becky had to work, but I did get outside of it myself, still feeling lethargic, depressed, and motivated, feeling more comfortable and outpatient. Good. It's a good program for you. Kuno Washington, you say, okay, have you been on here earlier? I don't remember responding to any of your questions. So tell me, Kuno Washington, where are you from? I don't see you. I'm scrolling up here. I just don't see you. All right. So, yes, worrying, thinking about things that have not yet happened. Mark Twain said I had a great many troubles, but most of them never happened to me. So, hey, notice my computer is at 24%. We're going to run out of gas soon. I may have to cut it out a little early. 41 minutes into it. Again, anybody who joins Patreon gets a free ebook of When Going Through Hell Don't Stop. The Republic of Georgia, that sounds like it's near the old Soviet Union. So there's the Patreon website. If you go there and join, you'll get a free copy of my book. David Starkworth says, I found the toughest thing is realizing the answer is so simple and yet still have trouble in life. It's humiliating. Worry is always something that happens to me. 1J24, what's something you have to basically train yourself out of? Maybe not sure why it stopped working for you. For me, they never worked. I had all sorts of side effects with antidepressants as well. There is something called a Prozac poop out, which happens when antidepressants stop working. It can be very, very frustrating. Thanks for checking in, Mike and Mark C. Do you have any questions, Mark Calloway? I see you popped your head in the chat room for a minute or two and haven't heard from you since. You feel free to call me, but thought maybe you'd like to ask a question. Asher, I wonder if you're still here. Yeah, you can try calling me afterwards, 1G24. Give it about 15 minutes, but are you going to use WhatsApp or are you going to use FaceTime? Let me know. Nature really helps me cope, especially long walks in the forest. Well, Jorgen, that's very meditative. Helps slow down the nervous system, don't you think? So yeah, it's. I think it's great. I think I used to go hiking in the Columbia Gorge. That always helped my mood tremendously. So I agree. 1J24, use FaceTime if you have an iPhone. Don't use WhatsApp. FaceTime is much more reliable. So. Yes, Jorgen Henson, yes, nature really does help. My father used to say, nature, you can't beat it. 21%, whoops. Check out a page called Report of the Week. It's hilarious, okay? What's it about? Oh, actually, I just wondered how your day was going, that's all. No big deal. What is on the Report of the Week, Daniel Pate? I would go and leave the chat room, and but well, I guess I can do it right here on my iPhone, can't I? If I can find my iPhone. So yeah, Kate says, I've recently discovered I carry a lot of shame. It's a big cause of my depression. It's a pointless emotion. How do I overcome shame? Oh, there's a very famous book by John Bradshaw called Healing the Shame That Binds You. You should just go to the YouTube and put John Bradshaw So, Cade, John Bradshaw says that shame is healed when you have many eyes upon you. So being in a group, like a 12-step group or a support group, and you tell them your worst and they still love you and still honor you, that's a really important way of overcoming shame. And who is funny, Danielle? Report of the week, yeah, but is that what it's called? So yeah, Cade, look up John Bradshaw. He'd be very helpful. Kuna Washington wants to know if I use any kind of mood medication. I use two mood medications. One is Wellbutrin, an antidepressant. The other is Lamictal, which is a mood stabilizer. I'm diagnosed with bipolar 2. Okay, it's a super dorky guy reviewing food items, and he talks about other stuff as well. Yeah, okay, so thanks. Pour of the week, that's easy to remember. Right, 19% left on my battery. Asher Fairbanks, the day's going not so bad so far. My antidepressants starting to kick in. I believe this week it was further, I think, than the past few. Well, that's always good to see. Improvement, improvement, improvement. So did I answer your question, Kuna Washington? I wrote down Wellbutrin and Lamictal. Here's my Patreon site one more time. And so look, about worry, you can divide worry into two segments: the things you can do something about, and the things you can't. If you can't do anything about it, why worry about it? There's nothing you can do. If you can do something about it, then go do it. That was the late Wayne Dyer, his prescription for stopping worrying. He was a great self-help writer. Kristen 13. Hey, my goodness, can I actually see one of these videos, these lives, while it's live? LOL, yes. For about 5 more minutes you can. It's from 12 to 1, and I'm breaking it at 12:50 because my computer's about to die. David, he's adorable and dorky. Okay, the report of the week. T-Mac 192, my favorite name. Living one day at a time is so effective, it keeps you out of the future. Thank you for that advice, Douglas. Hey, don't thank me. Thank Alcoholics Anonymous. That's where I picked it up. 124, I hate the fact that every day I feel like everybody else laughs at me, which is a comedian I liked, but not now. Well, if you don't want people to laugh at you, stop telling your jokes. So Kristen 13, before I stop the live chat in 4 minutes, you want to ask me a question? Do you have anything on your mind? Do you have any burning question you need to answer? Do you want a truth? Do you want me to tell you the truth? Okay, I'll tell you right now the purpose of life. Everybody get their pens out. Rachel Naomi Raymond, who's a great medical doctor, wrote a book called Kitchen Table Wisdom, and this is what she said the purpose of life is. Okay, ready? Here it is. The purpose of life. 5 words: to grow in love, oops, can't type. 6 words, okay? Here's my purpose of life in 6 words. Here it comes. Right there. Want to hear a joke? Oh my God. Anyway, to grow love and wisdom, everything in life makes us wiser or makes us more loving. And usually, in many cases, that's pain. So don't poo-poo your depression. You can become a more compassionate person. Okay, Kristen 13, have you ever heard of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table? Really powerful mythological figure. Well, do you know who invented the Round Table? It's somebody you probably never heard of. His name is Circumference. There you have it. By the way, Kristen 13, why did the witch not wear a flat hat? Why did the witch not wear a flat hat? There was no point in it. Okay, there you have it, 2 jokes. I seriously hate it. I don't know how to stop. I even stop my puns and jokes. Well, I don't know. What do you mean? How do you know people are laughing at you? Maybe they're laughing with you. Do you do stand-up? This could work for you. Well, perhaps. I'm looking for feedback from Kristen 13 about the jokes. Yay, okay, you got it. You got your wish with 37 seconds left. If you quit those medications, I see you look fantastic. So maybe I'm looking fantastic because I'm on the medications. That's a possibility, right? Anyway, I hope you get some good Kuna Washington. I think you said you were somewhere in the Republic of Georgia. I hope you find some good mental health practitioners. They're not always available outside the United States. I used to think the United States had a really bad mental health system. Oh, wow. We're doing a lot better than other countries. Oh, you are a Patreon subscriber, Kristen13? Well, I didn't even know that. What's your real name? You don't have to tell me. Oh, Kristen, tell one of your friends to subscribe. We're kind of at a backlog. We're trying to get to 100, and we're crossing into the last quarter. We're at 75, so let your friends know. Thank you, Kristen. Yes, comedians are some of the most troubled people. No, Connor, our sexual side effects is all permanent. According to Asher Fairbanks, the answer is no, and I don't think anything is permanent. That's what the Buddhists say. Life isn't permanent. Not even the sun is permanent. It's going to burn out in 10 billion years, so think about that. So no, side effects are not permanent. Life is not permanent. Depressive episodes are not permanent. I'm not permanent. Even Bruce is not permanent. How about that? Where is Bruce? Can we get a video of Bruce? I need to get my iPad. My iPad for Bruce. Wow, got a lot of. Well, I thought I had a video of him, but I must be wrong. Oh, I do. First day of spring. Look at the camera. There you go. Is that fun to scratch your back? Turning over again. Oh, look at that. Nice work, Bruce. I couldn't have done it better myself. All right. There you go. Want to go inside? Let you in. And there was Bruce rolling on his back, doing a back roll. Any news about Noah? He went ahead and he, God bless him, he canceled my lunch because he double booked me. We're going to meet this week, and then we'll talk about a video. Sex is one of the great antidepressants, says Cade. And David Starkweather says sex is overrated. And yes, so there's two polar opposite ideas about sex right there. I know I don't know Kyle Cease, but there's so many comedians I don't know. So anyway, I hope you like Bruce. Bruce's life, says TMAC192. I'm going to have my iPad here so I can show bigger pictures of Bruce. He's everybody in our groups loves Bruce, and Asher Fairbanks can attest to that. And he's a therapy cat, is what he is. Yes, he's a therapy cat, and he brings joy and life to everybody who sees him, except the birds. All hail Bruce the Eternal. Bow down to Bruce. Bow down to Bruce. Bow down to Bruce. Absolutely. Okay. Well, one more picture of Bruce on his back. There he is. A face that only a mother can love. Yes, sir. Bruce Block. All right. So, worship Bruce, get happy. Absolutely. Oh, he's so cute. Well, I'll have to get some more videos on him. I do have about 3 or 4 videos on Bruce on my YouTube channel, including the latest one on his recovery. He had a big bite in his tuchus, and he had what was called an abscess. It took him about 8 weeks to get over it, and we have a couple of videos on that, so check it out. Oh yeah, Connor Stefanski, thanks for your video. They helped me through a tough time in my life. Well, great. Well, you know what? A lot of the people here has has joined my Patreon account. So if you want to go to patreon.com/Douglas Block, check it out. $2 a month you can help out. Otherwise, just your thank you is enough for me. So I'm glad my videos helped you out, and I'm going to be making them once a week until I take my last breath. Hopefully that won't be for another 30 years. I can live to 99, don't you think? 1G24, I don't stand-up comedy, but don't so well. I'm thinking about doing stand-up comedy gig with puns. Any opinions? Try it out on some friends first. Oh, he is a healing soul. See, a lot of people love Bruce. Anyway, Connor, check out my YouTube channel. You know, we have 290 videos on there. Yeah, stand-up is very tough. So here's the YouTube channel, www. Well, you guys must know how to find it, right? Because you're on it right now. User, why am I even doing this? You guys know how to get to my channel. You must be on it right now. Okay, Doug, can you? Anyway, that's my YouTube URL. You can pass that on to your friends. Wow. So Kristen 13, you're on chapter 4. Are you on chapter 4 of my memoir, or are you on chapter 4 of the actual part 2, which is the prescriptive part where you have the 12 weeks to a better mood? Before I hang up, I want you to answer that question. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just curious. Are you reading my memoir, or are you reading the clinical part? They're both good in their own ways, but I'm just curious. But I'm glad it's helping you, whatever you are reading. But let me know. Phoebe Solomon, which book is this? Oh, this book right here, which I read after one of my breakdowns. Thank you, Mike Bordner, for all your positive words. Anyway, yeah, here it is, Healing from Depression. Oh, the first part. Well, you're on week 4. And what was week 4? Week 3 was treading fire. Was week 4 about my suicidal stuff, madness or suicide? It's yours to decide. I think so, right? Kristen, I think chapter 4 is about my struggle with suicide, which I fortunately overcame. Bruce, the ultimate antidepressant, it's no mistake. He's also the same color as most meds. All right, and then we have crazy pianist. We saw you a couple of live chats ago. Did you read a book called Half Empty Heart by Alan Downs? If so, what do you think about it? No, but I should read it because you're recommending. Yep, Kristen, well, keep reading the first part. I have a miraculous healing, and it ends on a really, really great note. So, thank you all for watching. What do I have? Wow, your Mac will go to sleep in 2 minutes. Ooh, 5% left. Holy McGillicuddy. All right, everybody, you guys continue the live chat even when I'm not here. We'll see you on Wednesday. Look for my new video tomorrow at 7 a.m. on Back from the Brink, Carolyn's Story of Recovery. Live chat Wednesday at 12 Pacific time. And I'll be doing a video on Tuesday or Thursday about the New York Times article about how hard it is to get off antidepressants. Remember, my address is douglasblock@gmail.com. Thank you, 1JU24. And with 4% left on my 57 minutes into the chat and 4% left on my computer, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for being here.